Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. It's Chuck Gilmore with Power to Sing Live, number 133. Welcome to today's show. My video thing here is saying, oh, there we go. Okay. Looks like you can see me. The preview here is not working. I don't know why, but the live public view is working. So it looks like you can see me. Hey, Daniel, nice to have you here. Would you let me know, Daniel, if you can see me and hear me? Just give me a thumbs up, and that'll let me know that, in fact, everything is good. So today's broadcast is motivated by, yes, and you can answer, I'll answer your questions. Is it okay to ask questions before it gets busy here? Go ahead, Daniel. Hi, George. Nice to have you here. George, can you see and hear me okay? The Random Dude cover. Hey, nice to have you here. Nuno. Hey, Nuno. Nice to have you. Okay, thanks, Daniel. It's motivated today by I got a message on my YouTube channel, and it was really interesting to read his comment. Let me see if I can find that here. He said, "I have an audition." No, this is from. I think he's a subscriber. He said, "I have a voice range from D2 to D5, like down here to." That would be right to here. Fairly similar to my range, and when I do the exercises with enough power and fine resonance, but why can't I sing in all my voice range? I can't manage my voice around F4 to G4. That is the first bridge of my voice, as you said before. By the way, thank you, Mr. Gilmore, for these useful exercises. That was a comment on last Friday's how to get mixed voice and to stop pulling the chest. So I thought, all right, so there's always a difference. There's always a challenge when we try and take the exercises then and apply it in the song. So I want to talk about today. How can we actually start singing in the bridge? Also, now if I break into a Cockney brogue or something like that, I'm in rehearsal now for a character that I'm working on, and his name is Alfred P. Doolittle from My Fair Lady, and we're going to open in a couple of weeks. So I'm trying to get my accent down. So I might be breaking into a little bit of an accent today. Randomly, you never know. Okay, so thanks, George. Hey, Mac, nice to have you here today. Hello, Farid. Okay, Farid, this is your comment. I want to answer your question today. So nice to have you here today. The Random Dude cover. Are you a dramatic tenor, Chuck? No, I'm something called a basso cantata, which means I'm a bass with tenor notes. Random Dude, so Daniel says, that's awesome. I love My Fair Lady. Yeah, so anyway, I've never been in the show. I've seen it before, and I think it's really awesome. So I want to audition for it and got the part, so I'm looking kind of fuzzy. And so anyway. Now, all right. So let me just begin by saying I put in the description below this video today a link that says vowel hacks, PDF vowel hacks. And so I want you to know that I'm going to refer you to that vowel hack sheet today that you can download and get some help on what we're going to talk about today, which is how to sing in the bridge. Why is it hard to, you can do the exercises. Just go right through it. Everything's doing great. You can sing mum 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 mum. But when you start singing, can you? When you start singing, can you sing the love tonight? Can you sing? You start to crack or you start pulling up the chest. When you start applying it to a song, everything gets wonky. Everything goes sideways. Your voice starts cracking. You start pulling chest. You start flipping in the falsetto. All these crazy things start happening. So we're going to talk about how to, specifically, how to sing in the bridge and why it's so hard. So let me just say hi to, hey, David, 345878. Hi, nice to have you here. Marion Lopez Florido. Nice to have you here, Marion. Thanks for joining us. Eupadios, hey, awesome. Nice to have you here. Daniel says hi to Marion. Darko Petkoski, I have a problem with vowel I. How to practice in high notes. Okay, so, let me just make a note of that one because I don't know if that's included in the, so we're going to figure out how to do I. Let me know right now in the comment section below. Anybody have this problem of singing in the bridge? Actually singing in the bridge of the voice. Now for girls, for the guys it's E, F, F sharp, G, G's you're all the way through it, but they're very related. For the ladies, A, B flat, B, C, C sharp, those areas in your voice are the challenge. Now, let's see here. Let me get this straightened out. I need Rebecca, vocal athlete from the UK. I need Fahad to be listening to this, so I know that I'm getting it right. So again, it's a Cockney accent. It's not the standard British dialect. So, and that's because I'm playing the role of Alfred Pay Doolittle, and we open in the middle of June. So. So Farhad says, thank you, appreciate your concern. And this is his comment that's generating this subject today about singing the song in the bridge. Greetings from Haran, from Hassan. Nice to have you here, Hassan Mafi. CSI, nice to have you here. Go Gerd, nice to have you here. Darko asks, when I try to sing high notes, that vowel I feels like I need to break or first flip. Yeah. So I'll cover that. Let me say hi to Joe Marvit, 64. Hey, so I have a problem. I'm a guy who has a very thin or high voice. I sound very girly singing. And I sing very... My bridge is higher than regular guys. Please help me. Okay, so Jomar Vorit, how old are you? Would you let me know? Just give me your age. David, yes, I do sometimes struggle with singing in the bridge. Okay, let me know, guys, if this is a challenge for you. CSI, of course, is a challenge. I get there, but I tend to push the chest voice. Okay, yeah. So, all right. Number one, why? Why is it we have this particular challenge? The reason why it's easier in the exercises is because you're staying on the same vowel the whole time. So, like if you're doing the exercise, let's just say, like the NG exercise that I introduced last week in my video on Friday. If I said sing, or ming, 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 ming. There's various reasons why that's easier than just singing words. One is that everything is going, the resonance is going into the nasal cavity, the nasopharynx, and the area above the hard palate, and so and also I'm staying on the same vowel in the terms of Ming. So I'm saying with that ing, ming, 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 ming. When you get to words, listen to all the vowels you've got. There's so many vowels you've got to take care of. For those of you who just joined, I might be breaking into an English Cockney accent because I'm playing the role of Alfred P. Doolittle in My Fair Lady, My Fair Lady, and so I'm just practicing a little bit doing that. Hey, look out my way. Okay, so now when you start singing songs, every word has vowels or multiple vowels in them. And so that changes where things resonate in, it affects the larynx, and depending on the pitch, it may be resonating in the bridge, which means you've got a combination of resonances going at the same time, so that kind of can throw you, or it might be all the way up into ed voice, you know what I mean? Sorry, you guys. I'm going to be very irritating today. Anyway, so because of all the variations of pitches and vowels, it's something that you have to begin. Almost sometimes it feels like you have to start over. So here's the concept. If you would just say, if your guy right here on an F sharp is the top of the first bridge, no, 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 no. That's an exercise that goes from a closed vowel to a more open vowel. No, 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 no. But notice what I'm not doing. I'm not opening the O. I'm keeping the O in the more narrow place. Try it. No, 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 no. Now, I'll do it wrong. No, 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 no. If I open the vowel too wide, the O vowel, then it falls out of my mix, and I lose the mixed voice, and it just becomes chest. No, 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 no. Now I'm just singing in chest. So if you're singing a song and you're singing along and you hit that, his song, let's just say it's an F in the bridge. No, 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 no. Then you're going to fall out of your mix, and it's going to splat, it's going to break, it's going to crack. And it's because it's opening too broadly. So what we've got to learn to do, is we've got to keep that more open vowel in the more narrow place. Okay, I'll try not to do this. I'm afraid I'm going to make everybody upset with me today. So we want to sing the open vowel in the more narrow place. No, 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 no. You can hear that it's going to change where the vowel resonates and what happens to the larynx when it goes into that more open place and falls just into the chest and splats. Then the larynx pulls up. No, 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 no. You know, and then it's going to crack, or at least there's going to be a pull, and bad things happen. And that's what happens when we're trying to do that. Now, let me see. So that's the main reason, really. Ladies, same thing for you. Try it up here on the B. No, 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 no. Sorry, do it right. No, 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 no. Keep that O right where the oo was. No, 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 no. Now I'm almost just thinking no. I'm leaving oo lips. No, 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 no. And in the back where I'm saying O, I'm just barely forming O with my tongue. I'm trying not to make much change so I can stay in that oo place. No, 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 no. If you open it too much, No, 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 no. For me, it's gonna pull a crack or something because I'm already in your register. I'm already at the B, and that's way up on my head voice. But ladies, you can try that and feel it, and you feel that what happens if you do it wrong. No, 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 no. You start pulling, or it starts cracking or breaking, or it doesn't feel right. And so imagine with hundreds of different words in a song with different vowels and different pitches. It helps you understand why it's a challenge. Going from one vowel on one exercise, predictably, you start getting that feeling. So this is the reason why it's so difficult. Now let me just get a couple comments here. You guys are just going to town here. Okay, so let's say, so Drummer Vrit says he's 24, and that was in answer to a question. Let me see now. I got to find that question. What was that? I have a problem with a guy. Oh, very thin or high voice. So Jomar, at your age, it's probably because you're a very high tenor. Sometimes very high tenors are called countertenors, and you don't even feel the bridge at E, F, F sharp. You feel it at the A, B flat, B, and C, where the sopranos and many altos and the mezzos, many of those voices bridge at the. For sure, the sopranos bridge at the A, B flat, B, and C. C sharp, you're pretty much through it. That's where you're going to feel it. However, here's the problem. Jomarvit or Yomarvit, is that if you don't get the E, F, F sharp right, you're going to feel it. Something's going to happen at the B flat, B. You're going to crack or break there, and so it takes amount of discipline to really make sure that the E, F, F sharp is that you're bridging there, so that by the time you get to the A, B flat, B, and C, you're able to get through there without cracking and breaking. Now, the very thin or high voice. Where you feel like it's too feminine might be just your opinion. It may sound a lot better than you think, and I'd have to hear it. Sometimes what we hear inside our heads is different than a lot of times what people are hearing outside us. So I would say the first step for you would probably be to make sure that you're singing, you're bridging, because that's going to give you more opportunity to find your natural full sound. And so I would say go to, I also have in the description below, get your vocal type. Get your vocal type and do the exercises for your vocal type. And that's going to help your bridging process. All right, so let me go back up to answer the question I. All right, now this is one of the most common vowels and vowel sounds. Words and I, you say it all the time. But there's also many, like for example, Lady Gaga's song "Is That All Right" that she sings. Is that all right? That she sings with in her "A Star Is Born." Is that all right? Is that all right? There's a lot of I vowel sounds. I think in the chorus, it's just one I after another I. And so what do you say there? Look at it this way, and instead of saying I-E, I want you to say U-H. So if I said think for a minute. If I said I, it's really, really tough in the bridge. Ladies, same thing for you. But listen to what happens if I said It doesn't sound like I, does it? But look what happens if I said I. It gets easier in the bridge if you say UH and then at the very last second, tag on that IE sound. I. It's so much easier than trying to sing I. Think long, vertical, up and down. I. And UH with an IE on the very last minute second of the word. I. Now, if it gets really hard, there's some situations where it's almost easier to say oi to help you get into your mix or your head voice. And eventually you want to get rid of that oi, but this helps you kind of get the feel of getting into it. Overall, I think you do very well. So to use that UH sound and then put an IE on the end of it. The word my, you know, high, sky, pie, anything you're saying with an I sound, you can say mud, my. You see? It sounds like I'm, you know, if you put the IE on it, it's my. If I put a D on it, it's mud. The UH works really well instead of trying to sing the I, okay? I'll give you some more hacks here. Let me get a couple comments. Yes, okay, so Daniel says, Daniel Gould, I can sing with more range if I just sing ah than when I try and form words. It's frustrating when it comes to actually performing a song rather than vocal exercises. So, all right, so so the first thing we talked about was why. Why is it happening? Let's take this step by step then. Now, some of you have already purchased and have the bridge kit. So those who buy the Sing Higher Than Ever Before with a bonus, then there's something in there called the bridging kit. And the bridging kit explains all this. And we can't go into all the detail here. It's just impossible in this venue, but in this platform. But here's step number one. If you have the music, it's helpful because you can go through the music and mark down all the notes that are going to fall in the bridge. All right. So let me grab this. Let me just grab some music real quick. And all right. So let's say that let's say that I've got. Here's Jekyll and Hyde, right? Okay. So let's say I'm going to be singing. Let's say I'm going to sing This Is the Moment, all right? This Is the Moment is the big song, and at the very end of it I see, as I'm going through this down here, let me see, the greatest moment. See that number, that letter, that word, moment, is on the F. And so I know that F is in my bridge. So I want to circle that. And I want to go through the whole song and circle any notes that are going to be an E, F, F sharp, or above into my head voice, G. So why would I do that? If I've got the music, it's so helpful because then I can look at the word. Now, in this case, it was M-E-N-T, moment. And if I sing, it's in sharp, so it's F sharp. Moment of the moment of the moment. Let me see. Moment of the moment. Now, I know that because ment, M-E-N-T, is in the bridge, I want to stay with ment, more of a M-I-N-T. And that's a little trick. If I said moment, I'm going to pull. Momentum, So I know by circling that, finding the notes that are in my bridge, that I can then narrow it. Now, how do I know what to narrow to? That's where, go to the PDF down below. It says vocal modify vowels. It's a PDF that will tell you that if you have an sound, you narrow it to to okay? So it's a little hack sheet that will just guide you on different vowels and what to change them to. So first step is you got to know which notes are in your bridge. So for the ladies, let's just find an example here where let's just find Lucy's big song that she sings, "A New Life," on page 87 here. And let me just take a look at this. I'm going to guess someplace in here she's going to be singing some big notes right in the bridge. So I would go through here and okay, here's one right here where if you see this right here, it says all and there's a fermata on it. Look what I've written over the top of it. AWL. Apparently someone else sang this song in my studio, and so when she sings, that's what I've been here for all along. Where she'll sing, that's what I've been here for all along. She sings all on that high D. Well, if she says that in a normal all, I'm going to try and, I'm going to back this up a little bit. It's cutting my head off. I was on a Skype call today. I moved my camera and the thing froze, and she couldn't see me or hear me. That was awful. So I don't want to touch my camera. So in terms of all, the most open part of that vowel, to and so I could sing it all more towards along. Another way of doing it is all along, like I'm from Brooklyn. Keith, you could help me with or Kevin, you could help me with whether I'm saying that right. But I've got a couple kids that live in Brooklyn, but I call it my Brooklyn old, like an AWL, and it's easier to do that. All along. So all along. So it's almost like I'm getting a little bit towards O. All along. And so just by narrowing that to and I'm narrowing it to sound by doing it all along. Again, in the PDF below, get a vowel modify vowels. You can download that, and it'll have all of these little cheats in there. Now, what happens if you don't have your music? Realize that you do need to know, ladies, it's A, B flat, B, and C, 5, C sharp 5, and anything above that, you want to circle those, because those are going to be things you're going to check the vowel. If it's an open vowel like all, then you're going to have to look on a cheat sheet and narrow it from to and again, that's on that information that I'm telling you about. So there's what if you don't have the music? Let me answer a couple questions here, and we'll answer that question. What if you don't have the music? Okay. So the narrowing of the vowel, you guys, is the same thing we're doing here. No, 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 no. How's that narrowing it? Well, I'm putting oo in the O. No, no, no. I'm not saying no, 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 no. keeping it narrowed. No, 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 no. And I'm doing that by keeping my lips in the oo position. No, 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 no. Now, over time, it doesn't happen immediately, but over time, you can open the vowel a little bit more as long as it stays in the smaller, narrower place. Now, that's a skill that will come in time. Meanwhile, you've got to be a little bit more strict with yourself to keep that vowel very, very strict on your lips and in your mouth. In other words, what I'm saying is, at first you're going to have to say no, 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 no. Eventually, you'll be able to say no, 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 ma, 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 na, 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 na. You'll learn how to keep it in that same groove. But at first, you've got to just be really strict on that, keeping that vowel closed in. All right? A couple comments, then I'll answer the question, what happens if you don't have the music? Yes, it's a challenge for me. Gerd says, high notes sound thin. Me too. Sounds airy. So Hassan and anyone else with this question, it's probably due to what's happening at the E, F, F sharp, or ladies, A, B flat, B, and C. It's your tone is almost always directly related to how you're singing in the bridge, and that means you've got to get the bridges down. To do that, download the PDF, Get My Vocal Type, and that will take you to exercises for your vocal type that will take you right into your bridge. You've got to get those down first. Random Dude says, I was breaking at F sharp 4, but today it's around A sharp 4, B4. I don't know why. Sometimes I can do it, others I can't. Yeah, wouldn't it be nice if we woke up the same every single day, being able to do exactly? Part of the challenge of singing, huh? Ivan, doing the Lambeth walk, eh? Okay. Darko, yes, I find some problem when I sing some songs. I can't go in the same intonation with E vowel than the other vowels. Yeah, and the exercises, are again, if the exercises for the vocal types, the exercises for the vocal types are really good because they're different vowels and in the bridge. And so if you don't have those and you're not working on those, excuse me, you want to get them. Eupadios, haha, love the accidental accent. Yeah. KJ, hi, nice to have you here today. CSI says this is so helpful. He's this note, the B4. Is this note the B4? This is the B4 here. Ma, 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 ma. That's the B4. Ma, 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 ma. Now, anyway, that's right. That's the bridge for the ladies, you guys. That's right in the middle of the ladies' first bridge. And for men, generally speaking, baritones and tenors particularly, it's their second bridge, right in the middle of the second bridge for you guys. Waffles for days. I'll try the new note exercise. Yeah. So again, what you want to make sure is that it stays exactly the same place. If I said no, 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 open it up. I'm just singing in chest. I lose my mix. I lose the head voice coordination on that G. No, 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 no. You can do it down lower. D sharp, D. No, 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 no. I can pull the mix down. No, 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 no. But if any time I say no, 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 that's exactly what you're facing when you sing the songs. You've got to stay in that same pocket, that same feeling, and. All right, so Gosh, I'm so far behind here on these comments. Theodore says, today I feel like I can finally sing in my head mix. Not sure. I'm not sure, but it sounds very weak and heady. And if I try to add volume, it breaks. Theodore, it sounds like you might just be in a light chest. And if you get stronger chest voice, then it'll crack and break. But I couldn't tell you without hearing. Yo Marvit 64. Sometimes I don't feel the bridge, but for me, I still sound girly. Yep. So you want to start working on that E, F, F sharp, and I would do the exercises for your vocal type. Do you know your vocal type? Have you got that? You want to know your vocal type so you can pick the exercises for your vocal type. In other words, are you full chest, high larynx? Are you flip falsetto? Are you light chest, no chest? Or you mix? If you're a mix, then there's exercises for mix also. David says that OU to O vowel placement technique is very helpful. Yeah. So now, you guys, in the PDF below, where it says vowel modifying, it will give you the vowel to modify it to, so that you're able to do what we're doing here. No, 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 no. It's the same feeling. Now, if I said, there's a song I use a lot with my male students when they're singing, when they're learning to do this in the bridge, and it's "Can You Feel the Love Tonight," which is right on the. So, can. So the word is can. But if I said, "Can you feel," it's going to pull my chest, or it's going to crack or break or flip, So I want to modify that vowel. What do I modify "ah" to? It tells you on this vowel hack sheet. And so it's, in most cases, it's just from "ah" to "eh." Instead of saying, "Can you feel?" you say, "Can," it's like K-E-N, Ken and Barbie. Can you feel the love? Now, if I said, "Can you feel the," I'm going to fall out again. See how challenging that is to apply your technique to a song. Now, all of a sudden, you've got to deal with these vowels that open and splat and pull you from mix into your chest. And that's why it's so difficult. If I said, "Can you feel the love tonight?" So it's all those different sounds coming at you so quickly. So can, K-E-N, can. And so all right, so here's the to address question number 2. What if you don't have music? What if you don't even read music? Well, how do you know you're in the bridge? Probably it's going to be just what the comments are here, that I'm singing along on this certain note, word, and it breaks. You're probably in your bridge, and the vowel is probably an open vowel, and it's going to crack or break. So the next best way to determine this are, what are the words that are giving you problems? And those are probably words that are in or very close to the bridge, or just above the bridge, or in your head voice. So you want to circle those. Get a lyric sheet, double space it, and go through there and circle the words that are giving you problems. Then look at the vowel. Let's say again, it's "Can you feel the love tonight?" And let's just say you circle "can" and the and "love." Can you feel the love tonight? And it's just like, oh my gosh, that's chest. I can feel it, or it's cracking, or it's breaking, or it's straining. All right, so you circle those 3. Go to the vowel modifying sheet and find out where ah. What do you narrow "ah" to? It'll be eh. Ah to eh. Go on. This is in one of my videos. Go listen. Well, no, I had to take it out. The copyright owner was going. In fact, the copyright owner had shut the video off of. Nowhere in the world could you view this, so I had to cut it from my video. But what it was is that go listen to Michael Jackson's song "Bad." Bad, bad, bad. And he sings it up here on the C or the D. Or bad, bad, bad. Tell me what he's singing. I guarantee you, on the first bad, he's narrowing that vowel in the chorus. Do you know what he's narrowing it to? Listen really carefully. I'm not going to give you the answer. You have to go listen to it. Okay, so Darko says, when I do that no, I feel my voice more acoustics in the higher part, like an echo. Huh, interesting. Daniel says, thank you, Chuck. I'll have to look at the PDF. Appreciate the answer. I have to go. Okay, talk to you later. Check the rest of the stream later. Great. Ivan says, system works. Now I can sing an A5 on a good day, which I could not even a G5 a year ago. So awesome, Ivan. So it takes time, but it works. When I started about 2 years ago, I couldn't sing an E or an F. Ivan, awesome. Nice testimonial there. Kremlin, it does work, you guys. I guarantee you. And the really good singers know these. Kremlin, Permelin, hi. He says, hi, Chuck Gilmore. I wanted to thank you for your helpful videos. You're really good at explaining things. Thanks, Kremlin. I appreciate that. D flat. Okay. The D flat bad. Okay. Thanks, Japadios. Do you know the answer? What's he singing? What's the first word he sings in the chorus of bad, 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 bad? Okay. So now, take your lyrics, double space, print them out, double space them, or triple space them, circle the words in there, and let's just say it's, can you feel the love tonight? So, can, you would circle, you'd circle the and love. So how do you narrow it? Look at the cheat sheet, find out where a would be narrowed to, and then you change the a to, I guess I'll give you the answer here. Change the a to e. Can, I've already given it to you, haven't I? Can you feel the, now on the, instead of you narrow it from to Can you feel the, and instead of love, rather than can you feel the love tonight, which is what we do if we don't know what to do. So circle those three words and narrow them. Can you feel the love tonight? And I get that whole phrase then in my mix voice and keep it in mix rather than having it pop in and out of chest. And you do that with your whole song. You're going to find a lot of times it's mainly in your chorus and certainly in the bridge of the song and in the last chorus of the song, if it's a pop song. Same thing is true in every kind of genre. Musical theater, pop. I know in a lot of traditional music from your countries, there's going to be notes that are high, and it's going to be on a spread open vowel. I teach quite a bit in Spanish. I don't speak Spanish, but we print the lyrics out, and then I can watch. And there's always a problem with and it opens up really wide. And I want to narrow it from to but isn't a vowel that is spoken in Spanish, so it's really challenging. But as soon as you get that instead of that it solves the problem. It stops pulling, stops breaking, and so forth. Okay. Thank you for your helpful videos. Please upload videos for contra tenors, especially exercises. Exercises are the same. The exercises will be the same for a contra tenor as it is for a contra bass. They're just at different pitches. And you use the same exercise, just take it up higher, take it up an octave higher. Or in your case, I don't know whether it's Yomervit or Jomervit, but in your case, do the ladies. Do the ladies exercises. There's nothing wrong with that. I have ladies doing men exercises that are contraltos, that are down low. They're exercising where the baritones and tenors do their exercises because they bridge lower. But if you do the sopranos, exercise for sopranos, you'd be fine. That's what I recommend. Do it today. But you want to do them for your vocal type. So get the PDF down below, get my vocal type. It's got links to a test. Take the test, get your vocal type, and then go to your vocal type, watch the vocal type videos, and then download the exercises for your voice. In your case, download the women's and do them both. Do men's and women's. Because you've got some bottom notes. You've got some lower notes. So you may probably go lower than most women. So I do both. Okay, you guys, I hope this has been helpful. It's a pretty straightforward approach to singing in the bridge. How to sing in the bridge? You primarily have to stay in your mix. That means you have to be able to narrow those vowels to keep you in mix. Because if I'm singing, can you feel, I can stay in mix. But if I open that up to, can you feel, why do we narrow? We narrow the vowel so that it sounds like we talk. Very often, very frequently, infrequently do we say, can you do this? If we don't say, can you do this? We say, can you do this? So by narrowing it from a to e, it comes out normal. Can you feel, that's eh, put you right in your mix. The other one's chest. And that's what all of these vowel modifications do. And you've got to be able to go in, circle the song, the words and the notes, or both, in the song that are giving you trouble. Then follow that vowel modifying hack in the link below. That's vowel. I think it just say modify vowels. What did I say? I can't see it here, but modify vowels. Okay? All right. So, any other questions before we call it a day here? Daniel says, is there any new roll? Is there any roll, a jaw or chin trough singing? Is there any roll, jaw or chin trough singing, or tongue to be on lower teeth? Is there any rule? I'm not sure what you're, to lower my bridge to have some more space for resonating on higher register. Yeah, and I'm not sure what the question is, Darko, but the tongue should rest when you're not using it for speaking. It should rest right below the lower teeth and relaxed. Even when you're doing, tongue should just be resting right behind your lower teeth. When you're singing high, you should drop your jaw. There's high energy. Okay, CSI says, that was so good. Thanks so much. Can you do a video about dynamics one day? Sure. Kremlin says, is it possible to expand range of a mixed voice? Or doesn't apply to a mixed voice? So once you're in mix, you keep the same coordination as you go higher. You don't change anything. But I said, ma, 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 ma. That's top of my bridge, which is mixed. G is starts at the beginning of my head voice. Ma, 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 ma. That's the high E5. I didn't change anything. I had dropped my jaw a little bit, but you don't change anything. It's all the same coordination. That's why mix is so powerful. You find that mix, you just keep going. And you let it transition to head voice. If you keep the tension out, it gets as powerful as chest. Darko says, thanks. Thank you. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining me today. It's 10 minutes to the top of the hour. I got to grab a quick bite to eat before I jump into my next lesson. So thank you for joining me. I'm Chuck Gilmore with Power to Sing Live, number 133, How to Sing in the Bridge. And hopefully this has been helpful. Get that PDF down below, Modifying Vowels, and that'll help you a lot. And also, if you haven't gotten your vocal type, get the vocal type, the free PDF. It's got links to the test, links to the videos to watch, and links to the exercises to download for your vocal type. Thanks. I'm Chuck Gilmore with Power to Sing. You can sing higher with beauty, confidence, and power. I'll see you inside the next video. Thanks, you guys.